Hi everyone, Namaste and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm actually going to talk to you about something very controversial. It might tip you off, it might scare you, it might piss you off, it might get you irritated, but I hope it will get you into a mode of looking into your life and thinking, maybe there's something in this. And that is, why are we afraid of getting healthy? Why are you afraid of getting healthy? Is there any reason at all why not getting healthy would be beneficial? Let's talk about that. I'm Hilde Larsen. I'm a health and mindset coach. I'm a detox specialist. I'm an author of 3 books, From Hell to Inspired, Know the Truth and Get Healthy, No More Bullshit. I'm also a speaker, but most of all, I'm a life enthusiast. So this is the thing. Self-sabotage, when you work as a mindset coach, you see that self-sabotage is huge with health. Now, I know that we want to get healthy, like consciously want to get healthy, right? Could I ask anyone, do you want to stay sick? And they would say yes? Probably not. But the thing is, a lot of us do. Why? Because we're sabotaging ourselves without even knowing. That's why it's called sabotage. And there are actually many reasons that are good enough in our mind, even when it comes up to the conscious part. The conscious mind simply means what you can resonate right here, right now, what you think in your mind, the thought that you recognize, you know is there, you realize you are the thinker. If you step back a little bit, the subconscious mind is what you don't know is there. You can only find out through your actions, which is very interesting, and we'll get back to that. It's what you don't know it's there. So it's the programming from when you were born, from your upbringing, what you were taught, what you believed in. You were like a sponge. We're going to school this whole time. We're all in school. And some of us are great learners. And we're very predictable in how we live our lives compared to what we've learned. It could be, past lifetimes, karma, who knows? We're not going to dwell on that. But the thing is this, there are many reasons that you might think is good enough for you to stay sick and tired. And it never is. It's a lie. You see that, right? It's a lie. So how could that be? And what would it be? What would it look like? Well, for me, when I was still in the sick business, believing that I had to live with it, it was, well, I couldn't quit my job, so I couldn't take care of myself like everybody was talking about. I couldn't just, take me time. I had a family, for God's sake. I had children. I had a business. I had a house. I had a car. I had a cottage. I had a boat. I had the good life, but it just wasn't good. So I couldn't take time for myself. That was ridiculous in that sense. Guess what happened? When you become bedridden, there's time for yourself, but it's forced on you. So that was a false belief, or it was me putting up all of these reasons why I couldn't, so that I didn't have to get to the cause, so that I didn't have to look at my life, look at my patterns, look at what I was doing. I was a smoker. I'm not going to give that up. I was having my beer on the weekends. I was not going to give that up. I mean, who wants to give up the good life, right? I mean, what's the good life? Going to restaurants, being with friends, being social, having fun. And I was having fun at times. Not the day after, or not the, everybody's been hungover. And let me tell you, when you're hungover from cheese doodles and Diet Coke, it's worse, almost like the alcohol. To get a hangover like I did, it's like laying down with a flu for the rest of your life, because everything piled up. But the thing is, the day I realized that me taking care of me was crucial to getting better, I could see that I could make those conscious choices, and that everything that I've been telling myself wasn't true. I have people come to me, and see if this is you, that even defend their so-called illness or their label, their diagnosis, because they're in a group of people that they feel connected to. They're protecting their new identity. So once you are protecting an identity, you are self-sabotaging your best self, your optimal potentials. And it doesn't have to be health even, but let's talk about health today. I had an encounter with a woman when I was at the hospital one time. She was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. She was in crucial pain. She had been for years. She was in for a checkup. I think this was like the 3rd year she was there. I was a newbie at this. I was sitting there in shock, looking at all these nurses running all over. You know, you have the displays on the walls with the fake joints that this was going to be me walking down the road with severe rheumatoid arthritis, you know, seropositive and everything. They looked at my chart and they looked at my test and they were just like, ay, 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 you know, poor thing, and you're 38. I'm like, what are they talking about? So what was going on was she came in so pissed. She was in a rage. We were sitting there in the little like a cafe, like a cafeteria with all the dairy and what they give you, just to make sure that, you know, you're not going to get better that day. Another story. And she was so pissed. She said, they undiagnosed me. They tell me I no longer have it. I'm like, isn't that great? Like, heck no. Now I'm going to have to work. Now I'm going to have to, you know, I could see it in her eyes. Like, who am I? Like, what am I going to do? You're taking away my life, my livelihood. You're taking away my identity. I'm not ready to be the healthy person. Being healthy comes with responsibility. Taking care of yourself. To make your own money again. See? There are so many reasons that people stay sick. It could be comfortable. It could be because maybe now you're getting the attention that you always wanted. How about that? Are people treating you nicer? Or maybe they're not treating you better. And now you really have a reason to feel sorry for yourself, because maybe you always felt a little sorry for yourself. But now you really can. You can validate it. Now you have a reason to that people better understand. If there's ever something that comes up in you that tells you there's a reason why you can't just start doing better today, like you can't just step in and say, hey Hilde, where do I go? Where do I go from here? Where do I start? Let's do this. Because if you have a goal, if you're telling yourself, this is where I'm at and I don't want to stay here. This is not comfortable for me. This is not my dream. This is where I want to be. This is not where I want to be. I want to be a person that can travel the world if that's what I want to be. I want to be able to knit or to sew or to walk in nature or to paint. I want to swim. I want to play with my grandchildren. I want to write a book. I want to have energy. I want to be pain-free. And I know there are people out there that are suffering, and I know there are accidents out there, and I know there are defects out there, and I'm so sorry about that. To you, I tell you, you can always do the best that you can do. And I still believe the mental aspect of this can push you in direction of a more sustainable, happy life than wallowing in where we're at and getting, you know, letting just one reason come in as to why you cannot. It's a dangerous game, because it's all that it is. It's a mind shit. It's a mind with yourself. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It doesn't, see, that's another sabotage. It doesn't matter that, well, you see, I was molested, or this happened to me, or I was, you know, my husband cheated on me, or I suffered terrible loss. And yes, I see that. That's why I made the video course for the members. We all go through things like that. But the thing is, you don't want to get stuck there. You don't want that to be you. You don't want that to stand in the way of you living a healthy life. That's like saying, I don't deserve it because this happened to me. And you're letting everything from outside of you control your life. Now then, who's driving your bus? Who's driving your car? Who's the captain of your ship? Who's the creator in your life? It's always you. You see, a CEO of any business is always going to be, you know, reliable or in charge, even though shit can happen and workers can do shitty things. It's about being the boss, saying, well, no matter what happened, this is my life, and I'm going to take charge of it because it's the only life that I have. And your health is your wealth. Your health is your prosperity. Your health is your foundation for joy. Believe me, it is. And if you don't think it is, you never lost your health. Excuse me. I don't believe you. And I also have another belief. That if you're not ready to get going, either you're not hurting enough, or you have such strong self-sabotage that you have a reason you think is good enough to stay stuck. Money, time, age, location, past history, current situation in any way, never a reason. I'm not talking about jumping off the Niagara Falls. I'm not talking about jumping off a plane or running from not being able to even wiggle a toe. I'm talking about you taking back the power to shred all that false belief that goes on the back of your subconscious mind. So that's my experience. See, I just decided that when the shit hit the fan, I mean really hit the fan, there was nothing. There was nothing that felt good anymore. Well, I didn't decide that, but I experienced that. So I made a choice, and I know that you can too. You know, doesn't matter what self-sabotage pattern you have. You can go to my blog. I think I have several articles on the topic, InspiredByHilde.com. You know, read about it. It's very important because it's like cleaning the table. It's like decluttering. You know, when you change your diet, you declutter your kitchen. If you bring home, you know, whole new wardrobe, you gotta kind of clean up whatever was there. You gotta take the shitty stuff out, you know, to get room bring in room for the new. Same thing about your mind. We need to declutter it. You need to reset it. You need to shift your mindset into something that's serving you. And there's never a reason for you to stay sick. I've even had people resist any kind of treatments to get better for all the wrong reasons. Because they were so comfortable on the couch with the chocolate and the Diet Coke or whatever it is. And I'm not talking any special diet down because that's not what it's about. I want to inspire you so that you know that that is bullshit. And when you think you don't have strength, as much as pretty most everyone, you think you don't have determination, well, as much as you decide that you want to have. You think you don't have what it takes? Well, how are you going to know if you don't go for it? And you don't have to spend years growling, going through, digging through the old crap to get there. You can clean it out pretty fast. But you have to be willing, you have to be ready, and you have to see that you're worthy. Okay, so this was my short message today. You're worthy. That you can't do it is bullshit. There's no reason to stay unhealthy if you don't want to. And there's never a reason that is valid and good enough. It's only a sabotage. Now, I haven't gone into the parasites and the fungus and the addiction to the sugar that feeds them and the addiction to coffee and caffeine, and I haven't even gone there. So yeah, it can be rough, but what do you want? What do you want? If you're happy where you are, celebrate it. If you're not, do something about it. Starting today. I'll see you on the inside. Call on me. Send me an email. Connect with me. Put a comment below. I love that you're watching. And thank you so much. Namaste.